You're on.
1, 2, 3, action.
Okay, man, I'm ready.
So
Okay.
this is our Olympus intraoperative endoscopy tower. There's a one button for it. So let me go over the components. This is your monitor, video processor, light source, energy device, printer, pressure pump or irrigation pump, I'm sorry, and this is your CO2 insufflator. Okay. To turn on the system, you just press the button. Everything should come up. As long as everything was powered on the on position, when you power down and you power back up, everything should come back up. On the monitor, you hit display. We're using port B, and we got different inputs. So say if you're coming in and you don't have an image, you want to make sure to hit the display button. It'll open up the menu, go to the port that's kind of highlighted in green, and make sure that you're on 12G SDI 1. That's going to give you an image. To turn this off again, you just hit display. Going down, this is your scope. We've got 3 varieties here. We got the GIF, which is your endoscopy scope. We have a PCF and a CF model. You'll see the model numbers on the side of the scope here.
Okay.
GIF is your upper endoscopy scope. PCF and CF. PCF, they're kind of acronym. Pediatric colonoscope, and then the CF is a colonoscope. To hook it up, we have a little scope hanger here on the side. You just kind of lay it on there as such. There's a dot and a dot on the light source. So all you do is you plug it in and it'll come up. If it requires you to do a white balance, most of the time these scopes are married to the processor, so once you white balance and it doesn't give you this error, that means that you can proceed, you don't have to white balance again. Okay. So in order to white balance, you want to go up to a white area, make sure that your lamp is on there, and then you're going to hold the white balance button here. See, white balance complete. So once you've done that, you want to go ahead and start hooking up the actual scope. We've got 3 different types of tubing. You have your suction tubing. You have your irrigation tubing.
Okay.
And you can tell the irrigation because there's only one line coming out of it, and there's a tapered end for the inside of the bottle. And then we have your pressure and irrigation tubing as well. Can I open this?
Yes, please.
Okay. So go ahead and open up this package. In this package, there is a weighted tubing. You want to get your saline bottle. Take the cap off. Put the tubing inside and close it up. Make sure this is hand tight. You don't want to over tighten it. Just where it's snug. Because what we're doing here is we're creating a seal between the bottle and the tubing. So we'll put this here to the side. On this end, there's like a little square area, a little smaller orifice and a bigger one, and that goes to the side of the scope here. So you'll go in at 90, more or less, and you'll flip it down, and then just push.
Yep.
So that's it. There's another tubing that we require for the gas. Brought it. But you can use a just an IV extension tubing or Lorlac, and that'll go in here. But we need to get that tubing for
Do you want me
this.
Yeah, that's on order. Do you want me to go get an IV tube?
Well, actually, we need to use our own tubing because it screws onto here.
Okay.
So that'll screw here, and then you'll attach this tubing
Okay.
on here.
If we don't have it, we can turn it off
If
and
you
use
don't,
air?
yes, correct.
Okay.
So if you don't have the tubing for the UCR, you can actually use a pump inside the system.
Now, does the tubing that come with that have a blue end? Because I noticed it has a blue port. Is it also, or is it just?
No, it's just
Clear.
a silver, it's
Okay.
clear, it's a lure lock in. So that'll go here. You want to make sure the valve is open.
Open? Okay.
Now, if we don't have the tubing and we're going to use a pump, we want to make sure to close this valve up. Okay, so what happens is that once you turn on the pump on the actual system, you'll hear it going. It's feeding the air into the scope, out to this tubing, down into here, pressurizing it so whenever you irrigate, it'll shoot out some fluid. We have some suction, and there it goes. I won't turn it off. Suction irrigation buttons that go here. I don't know, do they have reusables or disposables?
We have reusables. I don't know why they work with this.
Yeah,
Let me go
so you
find
want to
out.
make sure to have these on.
Are they on the GM store? You stay here. Okay.
Suction tube. Here it goes to this little Christmas tree on the side, and then goes off into your section. Then the last thing is going to be your irrigation. In irrigation, this tubing here is a disposable tubing. And it seems like it's meant to be used with a bottle as well. Since it's got a bottle there. But since we're using the reusable one, I guess we can slide this off. There's a little orifice in the pump container here. Just kind of put it in there. So there's a little tie-on area. That'll go in the pump. You'll see a direction of the pump. So you want to come from the tank, follow that direction. Kind of put it in there and close it.
Okay.
Pretty easy. And this side goes to Alright, I'm missing another piece here. So there's another piece of tubing that goes to this here, to here. So I'll have to make sure to get you the correct number so you can be able to attach it. And that's for your irrigation. Alright, so irrigation will go to this side here, suction will go out this way, and then your insufflation or air will go on the opposite side.
Okay.
But we need this adapter.
So Joey, she's saying that we don't have buttons for every scope that they come in here. Is that correct?
I'm not sure.
That's okay. Okay. We're finding our deficits at the same time, so that's good.
We'll make notes needed.
It's a good little kit.
Is it in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the other one? So in the kit, you got the buttons. And then your biopsy. Once you get going with the procedure, you want to make sure this is on. The actual foot pedal here activates the pump.
Oh, I missed that. Shucks. Okay.
We're missing a piece here that goes. I don't want to.
Is it in there?
No. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So the adapter is inside the packaging, and that goes here. Get that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had to move my phone to show the pump, but I got it now.
And you're pretty much ready to go. Testing the scope, you want to, prior to starting, you want to get a little basin, put the distal end in there, hold the area for, I'm going to turn this on. Like this. Put your finger over the little air area, and you want to see bubbles blowing into the water. And then you want to press the other side to make sure that there's pressure coming out with the. You'll see the water to clean the lens. And then of course, once we have that hooked up, you can actually, okay, let me back up. If we have CO2 hooked up, you want to make sure that the pump is off. If you don't have CO2 going, you want to make sure to turn on the pump. That's what it's placed in the area. Turn that off for now. I mean, that's pretty much it.
So I noticed just walking in that the pump irrigation tubing feeds right to left.
Yeah, so
that's maybe what we did
what
the
I
other day
showed
too.
was
Yeah.
it comes with a little cap,
Okay.
right? So this tubing comes with a cap on it, but because we're using that bottle, because I think you can use this for regular.
So we can use a regular bottle too. Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's better.
A lot of people start doing that. And
Okay.
just put it away.
Okay.
But if you don't have that bottle, you just take it off and then feed it into the center of that cap.
Okay.
Make sure it's down to the bottom, so you get, and then you're able to do irrigation. But yeah, once it comes out, it'll
Okay.
follow. You'll see the arrow. You want to make sure to go that way, and
Okay.
it's like any pump that we normally use here.
Is there a power or flow adjustment on there?
Yes,
Is that what that is?
yes,
Okay.
you can adjust the pressure. That
Okay. Pressure. Okay.
should get going.
Okay.
Prior to using it, you want to prime it. So you would hit the pedal and then put it over a basin.
Okay.
Make sure that the fluid's squirting out like it should. It'll just kind of look like a little water faucet coming out. That's pretty much it. You want to make sure, like if you're in between cases, you want to put the light on standby, because this will save the. It's got a 500-hour life on that xenon bulb, and they're kind of pricey. So I told my customers, if they're not using it, put it off standby, or even power down here.
Okay.
So that'll save the life of the bulb.
We need to do picture taking and printing.
Okay.
Okay.
So to capture images, button number 4. We'll find out here real quick.
I have 2 questions to ask that are just for my FYI. The power button, if I were to have to power it off for any reason, how long does it take to kick back?
So let's power down.
Okay.
It's ready to go.
Okay.
It's not like a computer.
And then other question, when I'm setting all this up, am I wearing sterile gloves?
No.
You want to be wearing gloves.
Okay, so just
Shouldn't have to be sterile.
regular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Picture taking. So if you want to remind yourself of what